I'm on my way to Aircard from Bangalore, but there's a twist in our trip today. I will not be traveling through Salem, but an alternate route. This is a shorter route from Bangalore, and you can see the deviation at Karyamangalam. That's the village where we'll be taking a detour and heading towards Aircard. So the next time you are traveling from Bangalore to Aircard, you can think whether you would like to take this route or not. A really small deviation takes you towards uphill to Aircard, and when you take the turn, you are actually going to wonder, is this small pavement going to take me up the hill? That's how it looked, but trust Google Maps, that is the right path. So at some places the road is not even paved properly, and the hairpin bends are much more steeper on this path. But the beauty is there's no one on this route. There were literally no one on this route, and so much of greenery. It was just post monsoon, sometime in late October. This drive was, and look at the roads. I saw hardly 2 or 3 vans, and those were mostly to smaller villages to pick up people for work at the coffee estates. Otherwise, there was literally no one else on this road, and it was very scenic. On the way, you can see valley views. It's definitely not as defined as the Salem route. When you climb up from Salem, there are side walls for protection. There is much more clear divisions marked. The hairpin bends are marked. There is much more light. All those are not there, and maybe that's what it makes this a raw, rustic, charming ride. I had multiple pit stops to soak such views. Soon the coffee estates start to pop, and you will actually be passing through the Karadayur viewpoint, so you can make a pit stop there as well while going through this route. I had chose to stay at the Story Resorts and Spa at Aircard. It seemed to be a relatively newer property. This was again a last minute planned trip, and when I was looking up, this resort was available. It was almost around 7,500 per night. The best thing about this property is the architecture and interior design. Whoever has done this resort has done a very good job. There are so many artifacts placed very aesthetically, and a sustainable way of constructing a resort can be seen when you enter the Story Spa and Resorts at Aircard. The resort is pretty much only this. That was a rooms, and this is a restaurant. And above the restaurants, there are some places for conferences to be held. Let's go on a room tour. They have two kinds of rooms. One has the bathtub or jacuzzi and all that, and the other one is a normal room. So I had taken a normal room. That was what was within my budget. Um, I think the left side ones are the ones with the jacuzzis and all that. It seemed a little bit bigger. On the first look, I went wow at this room. It was so beautifully done. The colors were popping out. The lights were very brilliantly used in designing this room. Even this whole screen around the bed added such a nice beauty to this whole concept of this room. And see this dressing area as how they have used the play of lights. So they have placed these glass panels on the tiles at the roof, and that's what is letting the lights in. It's natural light filling up the room. And they have used the same concept in the restrooms and washroom as well. So this added quite a bit charm to this room. I'm a great fan of having plenty of light coming inside the rooms. So this was very pleasing to watch. But as much as light, they should have some option to let air as well. They have just one table fan, no AC in this room, and opening up the balcony lets in insects. So dicey. So that's the attached balcony with the room. For some of the rooms, this balcony is actually looking at the facing the entrance of the resort. And this is a view from the room. That's the next property. I don't know if it's an Airbnb or what, but somebody's home. So there's no view as such from the room. This is the restaurant area, and needless to say, this is also done very thoughtfully. The sound of water is actually very pleasant to hear as you sit and have your coffee or breakfast or dinner. It's all throughout the day. There's an open dining as well as a closed dining available, and they have put up all these pictures of Aircard, the old Aircard, the tribes who lived here or live here, the Britishers who came to Yerkad first. So all those kind of old pictures also adorn the wall, which makes it a very nice thing to see. But the food was very average. There wasn't anything wow factor about the food. This was a lunch, there wasn't much of choice, and even the breakfast was little messed up. Even coffee was a little messed up. I'm a great coffee lover. This is a coffee estate Aircard, and they were serving bad coffee, so thumbs down for the food. In the night, they were playing loud music in the name of DJ. But that's pretty much about this resort. There is no swimming pool, there is no place to walk around the resort. It's a small property. So, was it worth 7,500 to 8,000 rupees per night? Not really. While driving down, choose the Salem side just to see the sense of both sides of the road. So, you can see how wide the road is and how clearly it is demarcated in the center. And there were also stops where you can park your car and enjoy the valley view on the side of the road. Overall, this was a great drive to Erkard, and do try the other offbeat track from Bangalore to Erkard. I really love that side. Destinations to visit in Erkard will be another day, another video. For now, I'm heading back to Bangalore, and I'll see you again in another vlog. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do like, share, and subscribe to Masala Box Travel.